In this day and age, it probably goes without saying that AI developments are rapidly impacting our everyday lives. And in this video, I'm going to explore some of the current interplay between AI and music. I play saxophones with a band called The Wobblers. We're an 8-piece outfit in upstate South Carolina where we experiment with a whole bunch of genres ranging from blues and jazz to country. Our instrument lineup includes horns, keys, guitar, bass, percussion, and vocals. We have quite a repertoire out of which we play numerous cover songs and many of our very own originals. So I'm going to take a couple of scratch track recordings, just little recordings that we would do playing around in the studio, trying to up our game with what we do. I'm going to try to take two of our originals and show you what I've discovered using Suno AI, or just Suno, S-U-N-O. You go to suno.com, and it was originally released in December of 2023. It's basically just generative AI. That's kind of the extent of what I can do these days. And I'm going to try to show you how Suno will take original music and turn it into something else. So let's go see what it does. And just so you know, no one's getting rich off of this video, that's for sure. So I'm just doing what I can with what I've got, with the time that I've got. You might even hear one of our cats meowing in the background, so my apologies. I'm going to try to make everything as clear as I can. I'm going to hopefully be able to use some computer screen recording along with maybe some screenshots or both. We'll see what happens. And meanwhile, the Wobblers, we have lots of songs. I'm going to select two based on what I have here. And the first one is Rain Check. That's a song written by Evan, our keyboard player, and Seth, our guitar player. They're like the Lennon and McCartney of the Wobblers. They write great songs together. The second song is going to be Dancing Girls and Whiskey. That's another song written by Seth, our guitar player. So let's see what we can do. The first verse to Rain Check. For the sake of time and simplicity, I'm reducing it down to the mere basics, and now I will play you the chorus to Rain Check. So please enjoy the music while I play you the chorus to Rain Check.
I heard it from a friend of mine that you found your purse but you lost your mind. I ain't asking you for sympathy, I just kinda need to know if it's a rain check or that kind of thing. Baby, don't you want me? Don't you need me anymore? Close to nothing. Don't you want me anymore?
So now let's get down to business. Let's get down to the rhetorical side of all of this. I'm about to show you Suno's AI generated extension of this song. And I'd like to ask you, would this pass the Turing test? You know, Alan Turing, 1949. Would this be an equivalent to human intelligence? Let's check it out and let's see what we all think. Well, that was a pared down version of what it put together. There's a lot I could say. It's kind of neat, kind of cool, definitely impressive. I'm not saying what I'm about to say just because I'm in the band, I promise. I'm not completely convinced, and that's primarily because of the synthesizers, the synthesized sound used to kind of imitate horns. I've seen that kind of thing go on in other bands before, and it's, like I say, it's kind of neat and everything, and it works. It doesn't really do the job, in my opinion. It takes a lot to put together a horn section, and so that's my take on it. But this is a huge playground. This is just a small slice of the pie. So by no means does this represent the whole picture. Let's see what else we've got. And before I forget, let me show you how to do this. You go to Suno, you select your file or your song, then you upload it to Suno, and Suno will trim your song. Then you confirm and save and go to create. You type in the style of music that you want it to be classified as. Then you give it a song title. Then you click on extend. And from there, you're ready to play your new song. Finally, here are some spliced together clips of some verses and the chorus to Dancing Girls and Whiskey. Now, these are just scratch track practice recordings, so they're a little raw, but please enjoy.
Well, dancing girls and whiskey seems all I ever want. It don't ever quell the emptiness that pervades all my homes. Pervades all my homes. Was always just a little thing to discern right from wrong. Well, the latter proved hard to resist. I wandered far from home. I wandered far from home. Now I'm really here. I got a heavy blow like very far and near. I got a heavy blow like very far and near. Very far and near.
So that was Dancing Girls and Whiskey by the Wobblers. Now, look at what Suno did.
Cause I love a women, oh man, but always done wrong. You can't satisfy the restless mind, the wandering eye of all the wandering eye.
Oh my god! Suno took a room full of dudes just messing around, playing on their instruments, and turned it into a freaking party! It also did another one. There's no time for both, but kind of had me laughing out loud. I mean, where did it get all those people from? Now, the Turing test. Clearly, this is an unofficial, what do you think kind of test. The actual Turing test had like an A, B, C kind of scenario where there would be person A, person B, person C. And it would be kind of like person C would be the one to try to guess what was real versus what was AI. So maybe we could say something like person A is the Wobblers, person B is Suno, and person C is us. And we decide, does it pass the Turing test? I find this version of Dancing Girls and Whiskey, I find this one to be more believable. Particularly because it straight up just generates voice and lyrics from actual voice. And so that kind of had me like, So it did do some things differently, but yeah, I don't know. This one was more believable. So, lastly, back to rhetoric. I mean, look at this. What do you do with this? I can see how maybe this might help musicians, say for example, write songs. You might have like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of lick or something, and you're like, okay, this can go somewhere, but I don't know exactly what to do with this. And then maybe you could take that and plug it in and then see what AI generates. And it could, take it somewhere that you couldn't think of on your own right offhand. But then, who has the rights to something like that at that point? Where do you go from there? And that kind of brings me to my closing points. So here we are. This is my little case study on the rhetoric of music and AI. And I will close with the questions: where does that leave us? And where does that take us? Thanks for watching.